Yes, that is working now. Okay. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Hi everyone. This is Will K-Mac Vintage coming to you live from Cayman. Um, 2:05 now. I hope y'all can hear me pretty well. Let me see what the other one does. Okay, is this one any better? Yeah, well, it might be a bit better. If you're out there watching, please let me know how the audio sounds. Um, Apologies on having that kind of bad at the beginning there. But anyway, been a while since I've done a live stream, but I am here. I was dealing with some health issues that I had to get checked out, so I did a complete checkout of everything, and so far clean. And well, the issue I had, it looks like we found out what it was. It A bout of antibiotic medicine basically took care of that. So moving on from that, right after that, then I caught this nasty cold that everyone is catching that hangs around for like 2 weeks, and I've had that for the past 10 days or so, or a bit more. But I'm feeling better, so I decided to do a live stream here. I haven't done one in a while. I have When I came back from Florida in December, I came back with a lot of boards for me to reload, and some of them are 2CI boards. Here's a 2CI board. This one does have quite a bit of trace damage on it. It doesn't look like it does, but there is quite a bit, especially around the power circuitry here and down here around the actually audio issues. So I need to well, the owner wants it transferred, so we're gonna do a transfer. I'm gonna try to reuse the same RAM sockets too, because they are good. So I will try to remove them. So on this video here, we're basically gonna start. I want to check and make sure that this is going to the proper account out there. Let me go to my channel. I want to make sure this is going. Yes, it is going out to the correct one. Okay. Um, okay. All right. So I have this reloaded board. I'm gonna do. This is the new one. This is the reloaded one. So these were created by Max over in UK. I've already done one of these before, and it worked right off bat. So we're gonna do another one here, and basically I'm gonna, because I'm not too keen yet on where all these chips go. Um, Basically, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna start taking some things off and put them in a certain location, and then based off of that, I should be able to put them back onto the board. So um, I'm gonna take some things off. Well, I'll then transfer those, then come back and take off some more, and so forth, and basically work it out that way. Let me see here if I can. How else? Yeah. Okay. I'm hoping that the audio is okay. No one has told me anything. Um, but it's on for me. It's showing that it is getting recorded and it's out there. So anyway, so how what time? Again, like I said, I'm gonna start taking some things off, and then we just go on from actually there. Um, I'm gonna lay them out over here on the side, pretty much in the same location that I take them off, so that I know where they have to go. Um, so let's start doing that. Caps, I'm not gonna bother taking off, but I can do chips. This is the ADB chip. So the 2CI, I mean, it's a. I have like three of these for me to do. They're not all from the same person, but it's one of the newest reloaded boards that is out there. I also need to do a 2FX and a LC475. No, I'm not going to reuse the same caps. I'll go ahead and take them off. This is a resistor network. This is a swim. So I hope everyone had a good Christmas and holidays and the New Year's. Um, I've done quite a lot of boards already in IIci January. I've done a couple SE30s. I've done three of them. Um, I don't know what's happening with YouTube here. It's saying it's not responding. Let me see what this error is that I'm getting. Getting a lot of dropped frames. Hold on, I'm opening up something here on YouTube to see. Okay, no, well, it says it's okay now, so there was an error there, but it seems okay now. A big delay though. Yeah, there's a huge delay in the. I did have quite a bit of dropped frames, but it seems to be back now. Maybe some internet issue here in Cayman. Anyway, let's continue. I will continue with this, and it says the connection is in excellent condition. So don't know who's gonna join in and get into the chat with me. I hope some of you that are out there can come in and say hi. Okay, that chip is loose. This is the SCSI. Okay, this is the VIA. I had problems with the OBS version I was running connecting, but once I updated, it connected without any problem. Okay, let's see what else can I can come down here. This is another resistor network. This cap I do need to transfer. And we can take out the RTC. The RTC is off. I can take off these two diodes. Okay, got some more resistor networks here I can take off. I'm not going to take off these big chips yet. Now, as you can see, I am trying to put them into the same into a location. Well, you can't see all of it, but I'm putting them in a location that I will remember where they go on the board. I think after these two, I'll stop and I'll go ahead and solder all of this on the board. Then I'll come and take off some more. There we go. All right, got some things they're taking off. Okay, so what am I going to start putting on the board? I'm going to start with the smallest little things, which is all of these diodes and transistors. I'll put those on first. Then I'll go on and they must be doing some things with the internet today here in Cayman because YouTube Studio keeps on disconnecting. Anyway, all right, let's go to the scope view and then I'll get you into focus and where I'm going to be working right off first. So I want to put on these two diodes. Might as well go ahead and do the RTC chip too at the same time. And I need my other tweezers for that. I need my flux. Okay, here we go. We're gonna drop on the first drop of solder. The first two CI reloaded I did went to, if y'all recall seeing the videos, went to Steve in all the way in Tasmania, Australia. He has the board. It's doing very good for him. That was also that SE that was giving me so much trouble. Oh, I forgot these small chips to use, those very tiny little pads. I should socket this one, but let's go ahead and first PLC is getting soldered. It was sitting on my solder cable, power cable. Okay. So one thing about this board, it's a bit bulky. It's okay. Yep. The RTC is on. Let's go take a look at that and see how it came out. So I basically hang the board off the edge of my table, and then I can up and down it like this and adjust the focus. Okay. Now the nice thing with this board when Max made it is that it can handle, it can take a RTC like this, or it can take the other kind that's like that. Crystals too, you can put on two different kinds. You can put on the barrel one that's like that, or you can put in the one that's like that. So it can take multiple different crystals, depending on what you have and what's available. All right, let's put on some of these resistor networks. Those I like to do from this angle. Because this is a bigger board, I have to rearrange how I work it on my bench. Not sure who's there watching, but thank you for being here. You get some water. My personal trainer come and told me I need to drink more water. I'm not drinking enough. So yes, I have a personal trainer working with me to get me in shape and drop some weight and so forth. So Monday, Wednesday, Fridays is when I go. I meet up with the trainer and go over stuff. All right, next one over here. So a SE30 board I can normally get done in about 3 hours from start to boot. I don't think that's going to be the case here with this one. As this is only my second one, but we'll see what we get. I'll tell you this: it is not gonna boot up today. It's not on this stream. I don't think so. I don't have enough time for me to do it. Okay, we'll go to these two now. I'll fix your focus right now. Holidays. My former boss, well, the one that originally brought me back to Cayman, that I started working for at the port back in '96. He retired and all that, but a very reputable man, very much liked, and um, amazing career and family. Passed away. That was a bit of a downer for me. Okay, those are on. Let's get this one on here. Got that capacitor to put on too. But let's get this chip on. I do need to turn it. On this board, how Max did it is you see this longer line here. That's pin 1. Right. Alright, let's get this capacitor put on here. And also, inside is positive. Okay. Alright, let's keep on going back here. Let me put on all these little diodes and transistors here. Then we will solder them. The good thing is that this board already has all the bird seed on the bottom. I don't need to worry about it. The 475 and the FX, they have all the bird seed on the bottom, but um, there's also quite a bit of bird seed on the top, and those I need to transfer. So I'm really not. Windows, stop it. Windows telling me now. No, I don't know what it's telling me. Nothing popped up. I'm running a very old Dell machine here that someone gave me. That's my main machine and my recording. Very dirty there. So I finished watch. Silo finished. That's one of the TV shows that I watch that I really like. So it finished, unfortunately. Now we gotta wait another year for the next season. All right, let's get these three on. Okay. I got some dirty legs here, like this one. But now I'm also getting ready. Looking forward to VCF this year. We'll definitely attend again. This year, I don't know if Joaquin from Sweden will come. Or Jake from Houston. It'd be nice because he didn't make it last year. Supposed to go to a wedding for a friend in Tampa in February, but um, my mom so. I'm not able to attend that. All right, um, let's put on this other little chip here, and then we'll go to the PLCs. big board to move around under the scope. Sorry if it's very dizzy and going all over the place. Okay, let's get these PLCs on. I think I'll do the SCSI one first. Yeah, that's one mistake that Jake made. Well, Max made on his board. This says VDAC here, but it's actually SCSI. That's the SCSI. This is the VDAC. He had them switched around. UA10 is the SCSI. I want to see how clean the pads are down here. They look good. So we'll go ahead and put this one on. Notches up here in this corner. You can't see it, but notches in this corner. Alright, so that is secured. Now I'll get all the legs. Yeah, I like Silo so much that I've actually started reading the books. Trying to solder it without having to rotate the board on you. Only one I have to rotate is this side, because that one I just can't reach that side. Okay, let me take a look at it and see how it looks. Make sure I don't have any bridges or anything. Nope. Okay. Now we'll do the swim, which is right next to it. Is this one? Notch. Okay, right there. The notch is up here in this corner. I'm trying to secure it around all the corners. Okay. This one I do need to turn. All right, those two are on. I'll go do the via. Almost have everything soldered on that I took off. Max made it. He made these pads extra big, extra long, so that makes the soldering very nice. And it goes very quick. So three of you that are watching, hello. Thank you for stopping in. Welcome to say hi in the chat. If you're subbed, you're welcome to say hi. If you're not subscribed, please do so. It'd be nice to have some more members. I'm at 721. I'd like to get up there some more. I really like how nice and easy these are soldering compared to the SC30. Oh, all right. Let's get this ADB put on. That's right here. I do hope my audio is sounding well, like I asked earlier, but no one, no one replied and telling me that it's okay. So I'm presuming it's okay because I've had people tell me before that the audio on my recorded streams were a bit low. You see how this one here, the pads are quite a bit smaller. I'm just looking good at all the pads around. Let me clean my tip. I I need to secure this down better. This one I have to turn around. I'm sorry. I'm not able to do it all on one side. Point 0.5, hey, how are you? Okay, audio seems fine. Thank you so much. Yes, this CI is gonna be fun. I've been doing so many SE30s that the last few I didn't even record a video because I've done so many of them. Um, Redoing the same thing over and over again is not good. Oh, that's hot. All right, let me see how those are. Okay, yeah, that's soldered good. But I don't like it when these pads are so small for these chips. Yes, I'm back healed up. My back is okay now. I did a lot of tests, a lot of um, a, pre a prevention screening ended last year. And I had a colonoscopy earlier in the year, but I ended up doing quite a bit more. Just that age, you know, so want to make sure things are working good. Last one I did was an actually stress test and all that, and everything passed very well. Doctor basically told me, see you in 10 years. So I hope that is the case, that I don't need to worry about the ticker for a while. Sorry if you can't see it, it's just this board is poking me in my gut. The other thing I'm doing is that I'm really eating a lot better, exercising, have a personal trainer. Martin, hey, how are you? Evening for you. Glad to see that you stopped in. And yes, I am trying to do some streams again. Okay, I want to check that chip off the edge of the board here, off the edge of the table. All right, so I need to take some more things off this board now. So let's go back to that view. Glad things are good with you, Martin. I sent you a message over the holidays and that, but I guess you were busy and didn't reply. But it's okay. I know you're there. All right. So what else am I gonna take off now? Let's keep on going with some of these other ones. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's take off these 245. Yes, I had a good holidays too, Martin. I hope you too. I was just checking on you. Just out my that's hot. That burned my finger. I was just being being nice and checking up on you and the family and making sure everything went okay. I know you're very busy over there. Okay, we're gonna keep on taking things off. 0.5. I've been missing the actually streams from actually Bruce. You watch him a lot too, same as me. But he had some lightning strike at the house and lost some of his networking stuff. That's why he hasn't had a stream. All right, what other small ones can I take off? Those. Let me go up here in front. I want to get some of these front things off. These 47 6 volts, I do need to take them off and put them on. Yeah, he had a post on his Branca's Facebook account that he was hit by lightning. All right, all right, all right, Martin. Thank you for stopping in. Always appreciate you coming in and saying hi, hanging out a bit. I was gonna start the stream a lot earlier today, but I got busy with some things and um, ended up starting late. All right, I'll get off some of these big chips. Yeah, I hope it's not too expensive for him to get that stuff back up, but again, remember he's a network or a web developer and into the networking, so I'm sure he'll get his things back up very quickly. off. I want to put some shielding here because I do want to try to save these RAM sockets. ROM I'm okay with. I have plenty of those, but the RAM are getting harder and harder to find, and my quantity is very limited right now. But we do have something new. Instead of using SIM sockets, my team created, well, we brought back a SIP RAM, and a much better design, a lot stronger, and it uses a normal pin header socket. It drops right in. The memory sits very, very well in the socket and very stable, and it's a much lower profile. So when I run out of sockets, I'll have to use SIP, or I have to do a transfer. And doing these as a transfer, because there's so much plastic, oh my god, it melts. They melt very quick. All right, SPU is off. Uh, let's go do some of these here in the back. Let me move these up here so I know where they go. Ouch. Hot, 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 hot. That's 16 volt, that's 16 volts. Okay, I can do this one. The nice thing is with the CI board, all of these new bus sockets, I was able to get even this and this. There's a new battery design socket thing that goes on there. I have those. So a lot of these parts I was able to buy NOS. This is the IIci chip. The Most of these chips on here are the same that are used on the SE30, which is what I like about this board. These are the two LS30s, which are also used in the SC30. I might socket those two. These are the 75, 175 chips that usually fail. the two resistor packs. Now these are all for the serial and the printer port. These are the two little Sony chips. Voltage regulator. One little diode here. Alright, this one I need also. Alright, next are some things here in the middle. I can do this one easily. I'm getting there, getting these things off. Why is that? 0.5, is everything okay on your side here? My side, I'm getting the studio thing saying that it's dropping. If you're still there, 0.5. No, well, I don't know what it is. Let me see. There's a way that I can refresh this here. Yeah, I was able to fix it on my side here. All right, okay. All right. Well, Falcor, if that one sounds like that, let me switch mics and see maybe. These are not the best quality. These are not the best quality mics. So, all right, I switched it. I don't know if this one might be a bit better. I was able to fix the thing that was still buffering, so that's fine. All right, it is audible. Okay, all right, okay, all right. I turned off the hot air, so I'm not gonna turn it back on just for that one chip because I have some more here to take off too. So I'll do that one. I'll do that later. Um, then I also have these other three big ones. These are the three last that I do because they're a bit more of a pain to actually solder on. Um, but I do have a lot of stuff already off, so let's get back to soldering. I need to get a new flux tube, so let me get that. And let me get this flux. All right, now this is the Theory high heat tachyflux. Let's see how it is because I do solder with a better with actually high heat. My heat is around 390 400. All right, let me situate this board away. All right, let's keep on going here. I'm just putting the four chips on the board. That way I can just solder them away. Surprisingly, this is going pretty quick. I mean, really surprised how quick it's going. It'll be fun to do my first FX and then the 475. Now the 475's got a lot of bird seed on the top side. I got a lot to move there. Some math tests. Oh, you scored a SE30 cheap. So yeah, I do. Well, I guess because I've done so many SE30s and I've done so much reloaded that I mean I've developed my own flow of things. Let's just call it that way. And anyone that solders, I mean, solders a lot, is gonna get into the flow. And like you said, no pun intended. I need to fix this leg. Oh, I don't want to. This leg here kind of bent. Ay, you get into you get into the swing of things. I mean, you feel more confident soldering. Um, Before I used to do it with a much lower temperature, and it was slow, and it just didn't flow as actually nice. So now my iron here is set at actually 390. So I like I like I like that temperature more because it just flows better, especially when I'm doing all of these PLCC chips. Thank you for watching them. I thank you for valuing, well, for considering them great help for you. That's why I do them. I like to hear feedback from people when um, they enjoy what I do here. And you know what? I mean, I don't know how long you've been watching my videos and that, but um, before, when was it? February 22. Yeah, February 22. I never soldered a damn thing in my life before. All right, so um, if I can be at this ability, anyone can do it. I mean, the first SE30 board I did was for Scott, who lives in Dallas. So I've actually went out to his house. I've spent a few days out there helping him with his actually collection and fixing things and all that, and met some great people in Dallas. He sent me his first. He's the first one that sent me a SE30 for me to do for him. And I tell you, I was so nervous. Um, I was so nervous doing that one for him, and you know what? It worked. I have had some, and they're actually my own. I have two sitting here that I still have not been able to get to work. I need to figure out what's wrong with them. I do think it's some bad chips, but I'm gonna go ahead and coat all those, and then I'll clean them up later. So, for someone that never, let me go back even further. Before February 23, I never even used a classic Mac. Didn't even know what an SE30 was. So, so all of this that I do is all stuff that I learned recently. I mean, it's. I don't want to do that capacitor yet because I need to do that chip first. But I want to do other chips before I get there. I want to do all of these SMD chips, and then I'll come back and I'll tackle the PLCs. I hope these 175s are good. They fail a lot on the SE30s. Some dirty legs here. I like using the actually heat and the flux to boil off the bad stuff, clean it up. So I do want to encourage, people to do their own reloaded. It's not so bad. What sucks is that when you go to buy the board, you gotta buy minimum of five, and if you do it with the bird seat on the bottom, it can start getting expensive. I mean, these boards here are around 70, $80 a piece. Yeah, I know the bridge. It's coming off. Don't worry. Okay, so I did one side of all of those. Now let's get the other side. All right, let me read what's going on here. This latest SE30 worked, but cap goo corrosion. I think the fact it was working makes me a little more nervous. Well, one thing that's good that you know it's working, so there's no bad chips on it. So everything that's on there should work. The only thing you don't know, unless you hook up a tech step, is if the serial and the printer port work, because you won't know that until you start using those ports, and the tech step will tell you that. Most of the time, it's those 175 chips that are bad. Yeah, well, recapping is always the first thing. After that, if the board has a lot of corrosion, I prefer doing a reload because that corrosion will continue. I mean, it gets inside and it will continue. I mean, the fact that you once you reload it, you know that hey, I've got a very good base, so the board is not your problem. That's why this CI when I started it, well, before I started it, I looked at the original board because I wanted to see if I could fix it. But then when I saw how much trace damage there was, And the person that sent it to me is a person that knows a little bit about them, and um, well, he has his own collection, and he was working on it, but he basically didn't feel comfortable doing it, so he sent it to me. What else can I put on here that I took off? Back in this area here, we'll do that later. We can do this one capacitor here. We can do this one transistor. We can do the power. So there's a point when, I mean, when I look at a SE board or SE30 or one of these that has trace damage. I mean, if the trace damage is more than 10, I don't think it's worth doing. And especially if it has a lot and then you go and try to fix it and there's still corrosion going to continue. And you may spend a lot of hours fixing it now, and then in 2 months the board again is not working. So let's see, I'm going to do this. Okay, let's do it this way. I'm getting all this hot. So how I did that as a slide. I slid it across while it was still nice and hot. Okay. All right. What else do I have that I can put on? Oh, there was not that. No, yeah, I can do that chip. I can do this one. I have the caps that I need to go around here, but I don't want to put them on just yet. All right, let's go off here. This one I can do. These 6-volt caps I don't have, so that's why I'm transferring them. Put these on the board. Very easy flow. Notice one thing about these chips. All of these, the pin 1 is here, pin 1 is here, but this one, when you get to it, it is flipped around. So a lot of people put this one on backwards. It's even happened to me before. But you see the long line there, so that's pin 1. Okay. Quick flow. A little bit dirty there because this cap here usually leaks. I can see it on this pin 1 and 2. So I'll give it a little bit extra rubbing and heat, and we're good. Okay. You know what? Other than those 3 resistor networks, this is all of the chips. Um, let's go take those off real quick here. I want to put them on and be done with them. So we'll put a little bit of shielding there, and we'll go take out these 3 and this last one here that's left. The one thing I don't like about this is that these chips are going to get toasty. They're going to change color a little bit. Okay, that's those 3. Time is at 3:30. Okay, I got another hour and a half I can do. I don't know. I might finish this board. I'm to a point where I can test it. I don't know. I still got quite a bit to do. Okay. All right. Let's see what else. I know I got these three and the ROMs, and the ROMs are still here. These crystals, I'll do that later. Uh, yeah. Well, let's keep on soldering some of this stuff on. I'll rather work on that. We'll deal with taking those off later. Let's go do some of these big ones. I'd like to get them out. Well, let's do those other three chips first. They go over here. See what I mean by they get toasted? They you'll see in a minute. Because of their color, when you put heat on it, it becomes a little toasty. Same thing with the yellow caps. When you go heat them back off, they get toasty. Toasty like color toast. Okay. All right, that's it for those. Let's get this big PLC done. Now you're not gonna see too much of this because it's so big. So I need to. Um, I thought my flux tube was almost empty. Before that, let's see how this looks. Good. Where's the notch? Not there. There. Okay. My temperature. No, it's still 390. Okay. I just felt that it wasn't 390. Nice. Any bridges? Nope. So really, switching between the SC30 to this one is really not so much different. I mean, you're still soldering the same way, you're still doing the chips the same way. Um, and really on this board, it's a bit more spaced out. You got quite a bit more room. All right, Lila, what are you coming in here for? You finally decided to wake up and said, "Oh, I need to go out." Those of you that don't know, Lilo is my doggy. Is my Pomsky, they call it. That type of race. It's a cross between a large-sized Pomeranian and a miniature Husky or a smaller Husky. So yes, a lot of hair for being on an island in the Caribbean. All right, that chip is on. I don't see any bridges. Let's do the FPU now. Let's see if I have enough flux still in this tube. Where's my notch? Not there. Not there. Gotta be there. Yeah, over there. Oh, now this chip here, let me show you. See, it's got this. Oh, over here too, there's one. Yeah, I should get rid of some of those. Now, I don't clean them off completely because having a little bit of solder on there helps me. It makes it easier to solder down. Let me open this door for the dog to go out. Emma, come on, you Pomsky. Go on. Okay. I gotta say, that dog is a very good listener. Behaves well, very easy to actually train. But it's funny. He goes out, nothing out there, but just starts barking. And there's some other dogs in the neighborhood close by that hear him, and then they start barking. And it's like he wants to go out and say hi to all of his friends and say, "I'm here, I'm awake. Let's have a conversation." See, right now he's out there barking like crazy. My yard is actually fenced in, so I can let him out the back and he runs around. Now later I'll take him over to my mom's, and my mom also has a small little doggy, and they play. And my mom's got a lot of property, not fenced in, but oh my God, he loves going there. He walks that whole property and just call him, and he comes back. Very happy with him. He was actually rescued. The people that had him didn't want him no more, and they gave him to the animal shelter. Okay, that one is on. Let's go on to one of these other Nubus chips now, because they're all the same size as the FPU. Okay, this one's notch is down there. Let's check it first. Good and clean, okay. Yes, notch is over here. So those of you that are coming in late, this is a 2CI board that I'm reloading. 0.5, if you're still here, was it you that sent me a bunch of boards? I, um, I don't, I didn't bring them all with me. There, a lot of them are still up in Florida. I only brought like 3 or 4. Not you. Okay. Um, I'll have to check my emails who it was. I mean, send me like 10, 10, 15 different boards that he had in his collection, wasn't doing anything with. My dog is back inside now. All right, let me go close the door 1 second. You're done? You happy now? I didn't bring all the boards with me, but I do. I mean, on my next trip, I'll bring some more down. But most of them were actually 2 IIci boards, and sent them to me as actually donor boards. But I may end up reloading them and selling them off. But some I can use as donor. Send me a bunch of video cards too. Nubus cards. All right, that Nubus is on. Let's do this one. See, there's one mistake on the board. You see, there's a corner, corner, corner. This should be angled, but that's missing. So, but I'll know that's where the notch goes. And looks good. Notch, notch up there. I'm looking at this pin here, make sure that lines up, and I'm looking at this one also. See, and then I'll come up here. Now I'll look at these two. So now the whole chip is there secure, and I can drag it and solder the rest. Okay. Not much left, guys. Not that much. These chips. And I don't know, maybe some of you that are watching or that are in the chat can tell me. I had one company contact me. They make a product. I don't want to say what it is, and asking me if I'm willing to do a video on it. Now, it's not a product I use. Um, I guess I could, but that they'll send me one is now not a very expensive item. It's about $70, and for me to use it and do a review for them, there's no compensation, but I get to keep the product that they sent me. But I don't know if I should do it. I mean, I've had PCBWay contact me too before and asking me if I would let them sponsor me, and I didn't feel like being stuck to one, so I opted not to do it. But a product review is a bit different, I think. But I still don't know if I want to do it. I don't know. What do y'all think? This is the sound. This is the IIci. Now, granted, it's the first people that contact me to see if I wanted to do a product review for them. Um, it could open the door for others. So I'm not sure if I want to go down that route. I don't know. What y'all think? Sure, go for it. If you don't like it, maybe give them feedback as to why, and just don't upload the actual review. Well, yeah, that's possible. I never thought of that. But you see, it's not a product I would use a lot. Um, so yeah, that's true. My feedback does have value because I mean, um, my eyes are looking at these things quite often, and there's a lot of products that I do use. I mean, this product is an alternative to actually something that I already use. So, okay, those are on there. Let's go on. Let's do this video chip. That way, then I can put those two caps on. That is true, Falcor. I mean, opinion matters. Feedback. And I might end up liking it. I mean, I might like the product. Um, and then I might end up using it more. So yeah, maybe I could, maybe I will do it and see. I mean, it could be my first, but then I have to go and edit a video and all that. I mean, that's the one thing I don't like. I like to shoot the video the way it is, and um, how it comes out is the way that I actually upload it. I don't like to edit the stuff. So, well, let me sleep on it some more and see. My temperature is still good. I don't know why here it just doesn't seem to want to melt. Yeah, that's what it was, flux. Alright, let me see any bridges. No. No, no. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do the SEC chip, which is this one. I need to clean my bench one of these days. Take everything off and clean it and put everything back. Organize it a little bit. It's a bit messy. My scope very dirty because my fingers touching it were, I mean, with flux and all that on it. And so y'all see how I secure these now first. Um, Okay. All right. One more side. Then this SCC chip is on. Okay. I only got four more to do, but let's do these. Let's do these capacitors that are here, so at least they're off my bench. There's just two of them here. They're both the same value. Let's see here. You have a good on-screen persona. Oh, thank you. I get the hesitation on having to edit it, etc. But I think you have a viable brand that could benefit from some more polished content. Yeah, it's the thing with me is that I would prefer I how I see it. Okay, now I mean I granted I could change. Um, I'd rather spend my time doing this work than spending 3 hours, 4 hours editing a video, especially when I don't know the editing software well. I mean, yes, I do have Macs that I can do it on, and they have the better editing capabilities and all that. I mean, I guess I could learn the software, but it's just I don't. It's I'll rather spend the time doing this work than editing a video. You see, so that's how. I mean, yeah, maybe that's not the best to do. I wonder if I should socket these two because I hate soldering these because the thing is that the pads are so small, you see. But these aren't too bad. Let me just solder them. Um, it's yeah. I mean, I could try doing some of the editing and that. It's just I've never been a very creative or artistic person, so but um, I guess I could do it. All right, how I normally do these is that I start this way, I have it lined up, and then I drag it down. Now I have that one stuck. I All right, it's still lined up. All right, yeah, that's good. I just don't like these small chips. I put them in sockets a lot quicker. One is because of the pads. The pads are so bad. Okay. So many of the Macs use these LS chips, and luckily I was able to buy a whole bunch of them from a reseller. But they do. Oh, I have a bridge there. Falcor. One of the things you say that um, good persona and that on screen. I mean, I've always been, because during my childhood I had a very bad stutter, and I still have it. Especially if I'm nervous or if I'm doing a presentation in front of a lot of people and so forth. Oh my God, I can't do that. That's not me. Um, I stuttered like crazy, and I've always shied away from actually public speaking, doing presentations at seminars and all that that I had to go to, and and now look at me doing these. But the thing is here with this is that I don't see the person, so I just talk away. And it's funny when I sing, or when the few times I do sing, because I sing so bad, I don't stutter. And if I'm talking to myself, like I'm doing right now, possibly, at least in my mind, I think I'm talking to myself. Um, I do not stutter. It's very strange thing, and also because I came from another country and a different language, and then I had to learn English, and then within the same year we moved again, and I had to go and learn Spanish. That made me very nervous at talking as a child. Um, so we moved 3 times in the same year. I'll check that later. So as a child, I mean, we moved from my home country, which is an island off the coast of Venezuela called um, Curacao. It's a Dutch island. It's part of the ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. Um, we, when I moved away from there, we went to Houston, Texas. Stayed there until winter. Winter hit. My father was like, "Hell no, I'm not staying here." And this is after they built a house and everything, custom home and everything. Sold it. Only lived in it for actually 6 months. Then moved to Costa Rica. So that was where I had to learn Spanish. Then um, parents didn't like Costa Rica too much. Too much actually corruption at that time. But when is there not corruption? Then we moved to Tampa, Florida, 3 months later. So that's how I moved 3 times in actually one year. I went to 3 different schools in my fourth grade year, and 3 different languages. Well, yeah. Anyway, so that made me that I was not very. I didn't like doing public speaking and that. I'm just checking to make sure if I have any bridges. The King's Speech. I never watched it, but I don't like soldering these small little chips. I don't, because the pads always give me trouble. But anyway, okay. So let's do these last 2 PLCs, and there are the Sony sound chips. and these go right here. Oh, and you see now here, he used a different designator to show you where pin 1 is. That. So you line up the dot. There you go. Yeah, it was a lot for a kid learning a new language, a different country, and everything. I mean, I was 8 years old at that time. I finished the third grade in my home country. Um, Moved to Texas, was in the fourth grade. 6 months there, moved again, went to Costa Rica. Another language now, Spanish. Although I went to a English Spanish school, and then 3 months later moved again to Tampa, Florida, and back in an American school for only 3 weeks. Hence, I had to repeat. I had to do summer school for the fourth grade. I did not have to repeat it, but I did go to summer school because I was not at par. But that added a lot to my stuttering issue. But I outgrew it. All right, last PLC. And I go and drop it all into flux. I would have some list of birds. Oh boy, I tell you, Costa Rica was a interesting place. So now, with you saying that, Falcor, about birds, I'm presuming that you are a bird person. You, I know I have a bridge. I'm coming to take it out. There, it's out. Okay. My God, I can't believe I did all that already on this board. I took out some of these caps. Let me see if they're how they fit on these. That's a 10. All right, I need to pull up Bruce's wonderful website to see where these caps go. Recapamac.com.au takes you to Branca's Creations or Bruce's website. There you get some amazing, very good guides, high resolution images. And the 1010s are over there. I thought I didn't take those off. Oh yeah, I did. So that's a 10. Where does he have that? Middle one. All right, I need to take some more caps off of this board here. Let's go ahead and heat this up. We'll get them off. I'll just reuse them. At first, I wasn't going to reuse them, but they look okay. Okay, I think this is the other 10 over here. Yes, goes over there. 47, 47, 47, 40. These three go over here. All right, let's put these on. Yes, before I got back in, wow, that's a lot. Okay. Before I got back into the max, I spent about 15 years chasing birds all over the northeast US. Wow. Well, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, everyone has different enjoyments and hobbies and that. So, um, you can't fault no one for that. Um, I forgot one cap I need to take off of there. So it's look at all of us here sitting here doing max, and I do this as a hobby. Some people collect stamps, some people collect coins. My auntie grandmother, I mean, she passed away a long time ago now. Was a stamp person. Huge collection. And you know what? The bird thing, I kind of would like that. I mean, because one, you're outdoors, you're doing some amazing hikes. That would, I mean, that alone would be very enjoyable. You could have some amazing scenery. I mean, younger days, I used to enjoy hiking outside. During After I finished, well, I went to a private boarding high school up in the mountains of IIci, Georgia. Um, After the family finished moving around so much, well, I went to boarding school because my parents moved here to Cayman, and the schools here were not good. So then I went to the school up there. So I was there for 3 years, graduated from there. Then went to Georgia State in downtown Atlanta, but I didn't graduate from there. I ended up moving down to Tampa and finished there. My parents had a place in Tampa, so I go pay rent up in Georgia. So I went to Tampa and lived in the condo and finished schooling there. All right, a couple more caps here to do. get this other cap off. All right, let's see what we can do with these. This is the 10. The other 10. And then the last one is this one over here. All right. I got some crystals to do. Still got those 3 big chips. 3 more capacitors. Well, 4 more, but those are the axial. I got 1, 2, 3 fuses to do. I have 1 diode here to put on. Let me get that off. We'll jump on this diode right now. That goes right there. I'm getting to a good level on this board. I mean, as I get hard up more on this side. All right, the fuses I have right here, they're the same ones I use on the SE30s. What is it? Where's my bag of fuses? Can't be buried that deep. Right, 3 fuses, they're coming right now. The wind is at your back today. Yes, the progress is going pretty good. I do like how well this is going. It's And to think of it, that this is only the second SE30 well, SE30 CI I've done. This gives me confidence for me to come and do the FX. which is a whole different beast. Like I said, it's got a lot of bird seed on the top that I need to move over. And the 475 is even more. And it's a very compact, tight board. All right, now that I got those on here, let's solder them in. These are the fuses. I am going to hit them from the back side also. I could do true hole or surface mount. I have both, but I like the true holes more. I guess because I'm doing, yo, yeah, I remember I need to move these two over too from the donor board. I almost forgot about that. Let me let me take those two off of the board now, since if you want to see what it is, it's these two diodes that are right here. Hey, my temp change. I could tell right away that it wasn't melting as good. Okay. That's the only item from the bottom that I remember that I need to move. Let's see, what else can I do now? Those those chips. So I gotta take these off of here. I need them now. Gibertronics, hey, how are you, Luke? Um, by the way, Luke, that one is yours. Done. No, but I got more of yours I need to work on. But your SE30 is done and working amazingly nice. I'm very happy with that board. Um, and yeah, it's actually morning for you over there now, huh? Getting ready for you to go to work. All right. Let's get these off. Let's get this CPU off. Time is it 4:30? Okay. I've got 30 minutes, guys. 30 minutes left. I might not solder these on. I might just take them off and then call it in time. But then I may do a video recorded one about me working more on this board. I don't think I'll do another live stream tonight, but I may record some of my work, soldering these on and more things. Now taking this off, I don't want to put too much pressure on it because I don't want to bend any of the legs. Okay, that's one. Got five crystals I need to move on this board. Actually, five, six, seven. So I got one more capacitor up here too. I need to take off. not wanting to come up. Should have been loose by now. Can't get nothing under it. All right, hold on. To the scope. I need to see why that not wanting to come up. I'm gonna flux it up. Let me give you the scope view. Okay, it's coming up now. I think. Yeah, it's coming up now. Yay. Okay. That one loose. All right. Whew. Let's get this last one loose. Yeah, 8:30 here, about to head off, but saw you were streaming. I thought I would do a quick hello. Yeah, well, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I always like when um, followers can and fellow customers and people and that can stop in and say hi. Takes a lot of heat, a lot of legs. Really wondering if this board will fire up at the first go. I'll be so happy if it does that. And so far, it's been going very well. The soldering has been. All right, I finally got under it. There we go. All right. I may try to put on the CPU before I have to go. So here's the CPU. I want to check how the legs are. That will clean. Legs look very good. My notch is here. My dot is right there. So what happened to this board that's required to reload? Sorry, it had a lot of trace damage, um, and it wasn't powering up at all. So the person asked me to do a transfer. So what I'm doing right now is actually sizing it up, so I know how much I can adjust it on each side. All right, let's flux it up. I'm gonna use the actually high heat flux. And the actually trace damage was from capacitor. It was not battery bond. So even with this now, I do it the same way as I do all my other chips, one leg at a time. I see that this is centered. This is centered. Let me just tap that one down. I'm gonna come over here. See, even though here looks good, over there it doesn't. Now I'll pull it a little bit. Okay. I tacked a few. They may not all be lined up good. Okay. See, so I'm basically tacking little places here and there, but still shifting it as I need to for me to line it up. Okay. So now I'll go ahead and I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it because or else these legs will bend so fast. So one side done. First, I'm running it on the board to try to just tack them. You see? Now I'll come and run it up on top. I got too much. Okay, two sides done. Not that easy, but it's still doable. Okay, I'm happy with it. The last bit. I know I got bridges. I'll come back and take care of them. That's it. Let's go take a look. Good, no bridges. No bridges. No bridges and everything looks connected. Same there. Wow. That one is on. So just two more of those to do, but I'll have to do those later because I do need to. Normally 5 o'clock my time, and it's 4:52 now. Um, I take my dog and go over to my mother's house. But so y'all have an idea where we're at with this board. Um, yeah, I got these two chips left to put on. That's oriented the same way. What I must get for it to work. I need power switch. I need power connector. I don't need these. I need these two crystals. This. I need the ROM. I need at least 4 RAM. I don't need this. I don't need any of these. I do need this over here. And the crystals need to go on. This jumper needs to go on. No, this one. Um, I do need audio, but I don't need. I really don't need keyboard in that, or um, I need SCSI here for. I either need the internal SCSI or the external SCSI. Video. I need video. I have those. So not much left to do on this board. I mean, we're already very far with it. Like I said, there are only two more chips to put on, and then the rest is just superficial things like the ROMs, the crystals. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crystals need to come on. I don't even need this right now. This is just an inductor for for the for the keyboard. Um, so back here, I need audio. I have to put audio for me to be able to hear the tones. So I need the audio jack. I need the jack up here. I need video and I need SCSI. I need power switch and power. So not that much left. I'll probably finish it tonight. I'll come back from my mom's, and I will then have some dinner, feed the dog, and then probably come back and work on this. It'll probably take me about another hour. Restart the stream. Well, you got to go back about almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 51 minutes. You know, that's not that bad, guys, for me to be this far with this board and taking my time in a little bit under 3 hours. I mean, that is amazing. That's very good progress. Um, so, Falcor, thank you for the comment. Nice work. Appreciate it. Value that. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I have any bridges anywhere. I mean, the soldering work has been very good, if I gotta say so myself. Although the board looks very dirty and sticky, but it's getting there. It's getting there. I don't have much left. Um, so I do think I can finish this tonight and power it up. If that's the case, that would be amazing. Um, so, oh, and I forgot this one crystal here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So not that much left to do on it. Just a couple little things left. I could do it in about three. And I think you could probably do it in about 3 days. Well, um, but yeah. So I'm gonna end the stream here, guys, because I do gotta go to my mom's, and I appreciate all of you watching. Please give me a like if you all can. If you are a person that is not subbed yet, please actually do so, and also click on the bell to get all the notifications. Point five, thank you. You have a great evening too. And I'll do the video tonight, and I'll probably upload it tonight. Because I really don't have that much left on this. I mean, I got a SCSI port right here. I mean, that's the SCSI. But but I probably won't use this one. I'll probably use a new one that's got the clips. I don't like these that have the actually that I need to use and actually rivet on. I like more the ones that have the pins here that can just solder them in place. So, but yeah, I'll finish this later, y'all. So, thanks again for watching, and appreciate it all. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.